Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Van Hack webinar success case. Excited to share the story today of how Shara got hired in Toronto. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Shara. So we're going to get started in just 1 second, but of course, as always, want to do a quick sound check. So can you guys hear us? Can you see us? Is it working? Just write in the chat yes, or it's working or something like that, please.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, so yes. Hey, everyone. Hey, Jessica. Awesome. Great. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Wow, getting a lot of replies there. Very nice.
Amazing.
Cool. So really excited to be sharing today's success case webinar with you guys. Shara has been a Van Hacker for a little while now, and she's now successfully got hired in Toronto, and she's going to share her whole story about how she did that, and of course answer your questions. Guar was asking where he can get a Van Hack merchandise. We don't really have a Van Hack merchandise store. This is more for the team, but maybe one day we'll create a website, an e-commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shara, let's get right into it. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your background, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, sure, perfect. First of all, thanks everyone that joined this webinar. I'm really happy to have you here, and thank you, Elia, for the invite and all Van Hack community. I'm Shara. I am from Brazil. I hold a bachelor in computer science, a master focused on artificial intelligence, and I work with software development since 2009. Since then, I have worked with different languages like PHP, Java, JavaScript, and about 2 years ago, I decided to jump into Python because I am involved in a computer vision research laboratory from Brazil, Lapisco. And I also, most of my experience, I worked as a full stack and also with database like PostgreSQL and MySQL. I had the opportunity to work as IT lecturer and teaching to computer science students and also other IT programs, and teaching web development, programming laboratory, and mobile development with Flutter. And it's been 6 months that I moved to Toronto, and I got hired thanks to crucial help from Van Hack. And I'm currently working with Python and Django.
Awesome. Thanks, Shara. So tell us, let's go back to the beginning. Like, when did you decide, that, hey, I want to leave my country and leave my comfort zone and go on this adventure to a new place? How was this experience for you?
It didn't start like from, okay, today I want to do this big change. It wasn't like this. I remember that since I was a kid, actually, I had a dream that going to Canada in the future, but it was like a child dream. And then 2 years ago, I can't remember how exactly, I bumped into some Van Hack ad, and I was trying to see what Van Hack was at the time, 2 years ago. And I started checking the content in the platform, but I didn't have the goal of like going find some job or something like this. I wanted to improve my English. That's what caught me at that time, because Van Hack offered at the time 40-hour classes during the month, and that was so cool and related to technical stuff. So I decided to join Van Hack to improve my English, and then I checked that it was much more than this there, and I started doing a lot of friends and joining the English class, the technical classes, and this changed a lot my life, because I started studying more and learning more, because the technical classes are related to the stack that you are working. So I figured out that I need to like improve more my knowledge, and then some opportunities started to show. Like, and I started applying to jobs, and like I got rejected. Can I start talking about this hard times?
Yeah, yeah. Well, quickly, let's jump into Van Hack Premium, because you mentioned that you joined Premium, so that the 40 hours a week classes, that's what we call Van Hack Premium. And I've seen people say they want a shirt. George and Chica and Mohammed there. Okay, we'll look into it, guys. Let's get you jobs first, and then we can get you T-shirts. More important, let's get you all jobs. Yeah, actually, just very quickly, like you guys maybe know this, but already, but this week or yesterday was the Van Hack 5-year anniversary. So we're actually having a little sale for, I think, 24 hours. I don't really know the details actually, but our team made it. So here you go, guys. If you want to become a premium member, just click on there in the chat. There's a discount on right now, and it's a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, you get your full money back. Worst case scenario, you get some free English classes. So yeah.
Yes.
So let's.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that I signed up the premium. It was some kind of those promotions.
Yeah.
It was like, I get a 6 months with this discount, and that's my chance. And then I got it, and I do not regret.
Yeah, for us, like premium is not really a main way to like, we don't try and charge a lot of money for it, because it's not like a large source of our revenue. So like, guys, we really just want to help you. It's only like a small amount of money per hour, like $2 an hour of English class. And like, I'm gonna stop talking about it, but yeah, like it's based for tech talent. So it's like English for developers or for software engineers, whatever tech professional you are. So it's not like you're gonna learn how to say hello world rather than how to say hello, I want a coffee.
No, it's really amazing. I think this difference about the English class, that I improved my English, like learning how to explain a specific feature from Python, and how inheritance works on Java. So I need to explain something that is usual in my workday, but in English. And also, then I figured out at the time that I had no LinkedIn at the time, and with the premium, we had Larissa, and she helped me a lot to improve my LinkedIn, and I also had some specific interviews, mimic interview with some of
mock interview, yeah.
Yes, the mock interviews, and the English class, not only to technical but also HR questions, like tell me how you see yourself in the next 5 years, or some challenge you face during your work. Some questions that we see. Yes, we see those questions when we go on interviews, and we we improve our English while we get prepared to interview. So that's really a good package. And also we do a lot of friends. I think this is the best part, because I have friends from all over the place.
You mean the community, right? You connect with people in classes.
Yes. And also we had other classes just for talk. Like I remember, I can't remember his name now, but it was Linux Zoom room. We went there to talk about Linux and talk about games. So in the Stuart also, other Zoom classes, just to discuss other stuff in English, like really cool. And I remember during my shift, I kept listening, but I couldn't talk, but I could listen.
So you were out at your job, and
yes,
you were working, and then like instead of listening to the radio or some music, you were listening to like the classes.
Yes, because we can like join. I cannot say anything right now, but I can only listen. Yeah. And I was just only listening.
Yeah. Is anyone here, actually, I was curious, anyone here watching this while they're at work and just have themselves on mute or have this in the background at work? be curious to know. You just say yes in the chat. I won't tell your boss, I promise. I have no idea who who they are, so it's okay. Cool, That's awesome. Cool. Well, hopefully, nice. Great, guys. Well, hopefully the content really helps you guys prepare. And Lucas, nice, cool. Thanks, guys. Christian. So let's get into the tough times. We had some questions here. I saw Paulo, a couple more people. That's awesome. Say about like how many interviews did you do before you got hired? So let's talk about like, what was the, because your journey, it wasn't like day like overnight. It was years journey, right? So tell me, like, from when you joined Van Hack to when you got hired, how was that entire process? Maybe we can talk about, like, let's not talk about your final interview, but let's talk about all the other interviews, and then afterwards we'll talk about your final interview, where you actually got hired.
Okay. I had no idea how many interviews I did, and when I talked to Julia 2 weeks ago, she kind of checked because she asked me, and like, I think I did like few interviews, and then she went to check in the platform, and she said, okay, Shara, it looks like you had to like more than 10 interviews to get this yes. So my first steps during interviews was really hard to me, really difficult, really challenging. I remember first I didn't presented myself on the internet properly. Like my LinkedIn was not good, and then before like starting applying to see how I was, I decided to first let's do like some homework first, like because I will start getting hits on my LinkedIn after like joining Van Hack, and I really need to like get it done first, so then I could start. So I watched all the contents that Van Hack make available on the platform related to interviews, how to do your LinkedIn. So I filled my LinkedIn as I following the tips from Van Hack, and then I schedule a consulting with Larissa, and then she went with me like checking, okay, Shara, I think your summary, you need to check this and that. I think your professional description, you should do this change. And she was like, give me some guidance and say me what is wrong or correct to me to correct that. So I did those changes, like the photo from LinkedIn, like the banner, all matters on LinkedIn, how you describe your headline, everything matters on LinkedIn. And I learned that with you from Van Hack. And so I did my LinkedIn properly and start like creating connections with people from Van Hack, and then my LinkedIn started getting a lot of hits, amazing. And I started like being more engaged on LinkedIn, like posting, like interacting with other people from my field. And while this, I was like digging into Van Hack content, checking going into the classes, the interview practice with Stephanie, the HR. I can't remember her name, but she was amazing. Because Van Hack also make available some English class related to grammar. So you have grammar, the technical, and the HR, and also extra subjects. And I tried to, when I first started, I went deeper in Van Hack. I didn't have time to do my other stuff, because I was so involved in the way, like consuming a lot every day, and then I decided to apply, and then it was not good. My first job was something related to Java, the first interview that I applied was something related to Java from Vancouver. And I was, okay, let's see how it goes. And after you apply in Van Hack, also give you tips how you should and you must prepare yourself to do the interview, because we need to study the company. You need to find a match, and then you need to like feel like you are the person to that job. And I had to do like a mindset. I need to find some connection with this company and see if this company is what something that I'm looking for. And this is, I can't go to an interview if I don't think that company would be a place that I would like to work at. So I prepare myself, but I didn't go well. It was not good. It was my first rejected. And then when I saw the rejected on the platform, I got so, I felt so bad. Like I remember of staying almost a week, like suffering about that reject. And I also remember that at the time, I sent a message at the Slack channel saying, people, guys, I think that reject word, it's so hard because it pushed me so hard. I think we could change it to like keep hacking or something more with more hope to the future. And then you guys changes the word.
Yeah.
It's not rejected anymore, but it's like keep going. And then I started doubt about myself, like my knowledge. I am good enough. What happened? I thought I was good. So it was really hard at the beginning. But then after like talking more with the people from the community and learning more, I realized that actually I wasn't prepared enough for the interview. And also maybe that was not my yes. We have a lot of no's until we get yes. So I applied to other jobs during those years, and I will get more confident in every interview that I made. I also like wrote it down, things that I thought that I need to improve, things that I didn't went well or good, and try to improve to the next one. And also I started like going to Hacker Hank, that code platform, because companies send code challenge with time pressure, and I wasn't prepared to like code on that pressure, and I had to be prepared. So I changed it. I stopped it applying to Java jobs because Java was not in my current work. And when I decided to go on Python, I tried to prepare myself and to see other languages opportunities instead of Java. And then every interview I learned it more. I felt more confident. And last year, I think Van Heck told me about this opportunity, and it was with Python. Okay, Python, let's do it. And then I apply it. I get ready. I studied a lot the company. I am kind of stalker. When I apply to a job, I try to get the company, all the products, see everyone that works there. When they have many people there, I cannot like go each one, but I try to do connections with the people. And some reviews was like, oh my gosh, you take those notes. Yeah, I think you were doing something like this and that. So it's really good because I really want to know deep about the company and the people that I was working, I could work with, and what technology they use. We really need to like dive into the company and be well prepared. I remember one interview that it was a company similar to iFood from Brazil, like Skip the Dishes. And when they asked me during the interview, they asked me, okay, our company is like iFood, but it isn't. He kind of asked me something, but he already know the answer. And I said, okay, I think it's not like the same as iFood because I check it's not the same. He told me, oh, you did your homework. So they kind of are expecting us to like really be prepared, and it worked.
Yeah, let's talk about that because that's a really important point that I think many people don't take as seriously enough. They just think that they can show up to an interview and just answer questions. Probably half or close to half of the decision whether to hire someone or not is it's not based on the technical skills. It's based on the cultural fit, preparedness, how much interest the person has. So it's a big difference in Canada and Europe versus other countries where you kind of just show up and like, okay, you can code, great, you're hired. It's much more than that. It's much deeper. So you have to really connect yourself with the company and show that you've done your homework. So yeah, I think that you really, it's a great example. Like you need to like, I think it's a nice thing where like you can surprise people by how much you know about them. That's always good when I'm interviewing people and they can kind of surprise me and be like, okay, you know, you do this, this, and this, and they've taken the time to do the research. That's always a really nice differentiator, rather than someone who's like, okay, yeah, like giving short answers that doesn't really know what they're saying. So it's very clear and it makes a huge difference. So nice tip. So everybody, hope that you can use this for your next interviews. We have some questions here for from people. So Paulo asks, what is the most important thing that Van Hack taught you?
Oh my gosh. I think be patient, resilient, and maybe trust, be more confident, and support. It's not one thing, it's a lot of things that I have learned with Van Hack. I think community. No, it's not. There's no one word. I became a better person, not only professional, because I started studying a lot because I saw I need to study, because Van Hack, Stephanie like brought some 40 questions and I had no idea how to answer. So I need to, Van Hack pushed me to be a better professional in person.
That's cool. One thing I just want to quickly switch gears is talking about being a woman and being a developer as a woman. How was your experience? You know, do you feel any difference? I guess it's hard to compare, right? But like, do you, like, I guess, how do I ask this question? Like, how do you think being a woman impacted your job search, if at all? If it didn't, okay. But is there anything that you feel like for other women out there that specifically for them you want to say to them that they should kind of keep in mind?
Being a woman, regardless if it's in IT, we have our hard times, you know. So I am aware of it, and this pushed me down in the past, and I can remember some situations of like feeling not good enough. It's something that we didn't choose, but kind of the society make us think that we are not enough to do something or to be in some environment, some place. And I felt that in some situations, not currently in my current work, but during my career. But I think we need to like start believing more in ourselves and trying to change this like ridiculous thought about the woman and the man on IT. It shouldn't be like different. And I try to like lift others. For example, when I was teaching, when I was a student, it was 40 people, like 4 or 5 women together with a lot of men, and we can feel that during our career. But something that I really enjoyed about the Van Hack is that I noticed that you care about this gender gap thing, and I remember that you have promoted a lot of woman-focused events only for women, because imagine that. Oh, I remember one of your posts in the past, like a year ago maybe, that you had a hiring mission and all men, no woman was there.
Yeah.
So we need to do something more woman specific to try to change this, you know, and try to like make more women there. And then you have special events for women. And I think that's really excited, because when it's about representative. When you see yourself there, when you see yourself, not you, but someone that represents you there, you feel, okay, I can get there. So what I would say to other girls, and I try to like gap them every time I saw an opportunity, I like create a group on WhatsApp. I add all my friends, okay, like apply. And this new event that you are launching in September, I already shared with my friends, because we need to, we are good enough. We need to be more confident and trusting ourselves. And I feel like in international process, it looks like we don't see that much. They kind of try to be more, they don't see gender, color, name, age. They don't see anything. I feel that, but in my experience. So launching career abroad, we have, I think this is less maybe, but those events that try to put more women together, it's a good idea.
Awesome. Well, you couldn't have said it better. Say thanks for sharing that. And actually, we do have this event you mentioned in September. I put in a link to it somewhere in the screen, if you could see. So for all the amazing developers who are women on this webinar, please apply. We're gonna have some great companies for you. And of course, we're going to also do many events for both genders as well, throughout the years, throughout the year here. So just we're going to do one special one this year just for the ladies, and then we'll have other kind of more open for everyone events later on. So and this event will be fully virtual. So before, we used to have these events where I don't know if you guys remember, but we would actually have people travel to different countries. Like the one that she mentioned that had all guys was in Toronto. We've had events, across the Canada and also in Germany. So it's something we'd like to do, but unfortunately, you guys understand, the situation right now. Everything has to be virtual, and it's actually, in my opinion, can be even better because you don't, it's nice to go to a place, but at the same time, it's also nice to just kind of come to your computer and be virtually connected to companies across the world and get hired. So we have some exciting ideas of how to make the event more fun and kind of different. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Let's talk more. And Felipe, you're welcome. Julio, jobs are hiring to relocate now. Prepare for interviews. Okay, I'm loving these questions, guys. I just want to ask Shara a few more questions, then we'll get into this more Q&A. So Shara, let's talk about the interview where you got hired. So how was that process, and how did you feel when you got the offer?
Okay, the process is different for every company. Every company has its own process. It could be like different stages. But overall, I saw that we have kind of 4 stages, or less or more, depends on the company. So usually we start with some HR call and to talk about ourselves, and they are trying to see if we search about the company, if we know about the job, like the job description, that it's only 1 page on LinkedIn. That 1 page means everything. You have to try to see in the lines how you connect with the job description and try to be prepared to the interview following that job description. So in the first stage, it's kind of want to see if we have some match the candidate and the job. So after this, we have some technical, maybe questions about some technical skills or about some experience you have during your work. What have you worked with? You talk about your experience, and also they could ask you to do some challenge, code challenge that you can do online with the interviewer, or you can take home, and after you send it back, and then schedule another virtual meeting to discuss the solution, and then you talk to the CTO, and you only can be like, okay, sure that you had the offer until you get the offers, because I have some, I heard about some other Van hackers that they did go until the final stage and they were not like hired because they didn't have some cultural like specific thing that changed it. And okay, you have the technical, but you are not a good fit because of other things. And after this, they like send me the job offer like by email, like after days after the stages in the interview, and then I got like extremely happy. Actually, I didn't read the job offer. I remember that someone from Van Hack like sent me a message on Slack. Shara, I want to talk to you, and I was, oh my gosh, what she wants to talk with me. Stephanie, I think, and she like told me they want to do me an offer, and they sent me a mail, and I was, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And that was. You want me to start talking about the process of the job offer?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. So you got the job offer. Like, how
Okay.
did you feel? Like, were you happy? Were you sad?
Oh, I can't believe it. Okay, I got the job offer. No. It's serious. And I signed it and sent it back by email. And I was, oh my gosh, I got my job offer. So it was really excited, really happy moment. Amazing. And then after this job offer, we started another process, like to get the paper, like the work visa. And Van Hack have some people that help me during this more bureaucracy stuff, like immigrant consultant. What's his name?
It's okay.
I can't remember his name. Okay.
Wrong.
And together with together with Stephanie, just a second.
Yeah.
Together with Stephanie, we had a lot of meetings. You were from Van Hack were explaining me how the process to get the work visa works, which documents I need to fill. I came with my husband, so we two together had some documents to like go like our documents should be translated. We have a lot of forms to fill, and you kind of have a guide, a template, like teaching us how to do. So we prepared all the documents, and also the Slack community helped me a lot, like Cristiano, because I was facing some issues with some specific document, and I went to the Slack channel to share the issue, and all the Van hackers were like sharing their experience. Okay, I faced this, I solved like that, and then I figured out how to solve this issue with my document. And after we have and during this, Van Hack was also working together with the company, because the company is here in Canada and needs to do some paperwork as well. So you were kind of helping me in my process and helping the company. And I remember that this company it was like the first time they were like doing something with Van Hack. So you kind of was helping them as well. And after I had all the paperwork ready, then I made a call with the consultant immigrant from Van Hack, and he applied to the work visa. It took, for example, imagine that I think to get the paperwork was 1 month, and I think up to 2 months to get everything ready to apply. And when we applied, thanks God, the work visa, like in 1 week, I received the positive response. So was approved. But then I need to like send my passport to other state to get the stamp. But when I got the okay, now we can like prepare yourself to travel. And the company, all jobs that Van Hack posts are sponsored. So the company will help you somehow to relocate. So the company was like always like sending me a mail asking how was my process. They helped me to travel, like tickets, and also Airbnb for me to stay during the first month. And and after I got my passport, they bought the tickets and we landed. I think it took, I think because of it was the end of the year. We have a lot of holidays in Brazil. They're not working like faster, so it took 4 months, I think, until I landed in Canada after I got the job offer.
Nice. That's awesome. So yeah, again, if you saw some questions here about COVID, yeah. So Shara you got hired before COVID, right? When did you arrive in Canada? Was in the beginning of this year,
Oh,
or
for last of January 27th, January.
January 27th? You remember the day, right?
Oh, of course, I remember the day.
Cool. How was it like arriving in Toronto in the middle of January? Must have been pretty cold. A little different
Yes.
than Brazil.
Okay.
Right?
Another. I think my camera is going back in a while, I think.
Okay.
Something that is a tip that I'm going to give to everyone is we didn't choose Canada because nothing. We really try to know more the company, like search videos and YouTube, see other people that live here, because you need to like know the city and the country to try to see if this is what you're looking for. It's not like, okay, I want this job abroad, but no matter where it is, I think we need to care and share and search about where the opportunity is, the local, to see if it's something that you want to move. It's not like just only the job. So we searched a lot about Canada, Toronto, to see if it's a good option for us. And we loved the idea from Brazil searching. It was really amazing, but I was really afraid of the codes, the code part.
Yeah.
I was, oh my gosh. And this is something that I can't feel. So when we arrived, people say this winter was a different winter. It was like an internship, not a full-time job. The winter was like okay this year, so we loved the winter. I got so happy because I didn't suffer with the cold. Thanks God. So it was my concern. And what's amazing landing here, really different, and going to the office in the first day and meet everyone, other culture, people speaking English all the time. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We really enjoy a lot.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So, what have been your favorite things? Like you've been there or been in Toronto about 6 months now. Any challenges? Actually, let's talk about the negative. So, what you've been living there 6 months. I'm sure it's not easy. Maybe there's something that you don't like. What do you think would be kind of the I think you move abroad and all your problems are solved. But it's not the case, right?
No, it's not like a dream. We need to like keep our feet on the ground, really, because it's a big change, a big move, and we need to be prepared, be resilient. We face some challenges when I think we didn't discover everything about Toronto yet, because we have many situations to face as like a person living in another country, like going to a healthy or some. We don't have this experience yet, but so far, I think the challenges that we had was related to get an apartment was really difficult. Like people were wanted us to have much money, and they didn't trust us because we are newcomers and we don't have something like the score here in Toronto. So was really difficult, but hopefully we had some help. Van Heck also suggested us some people from here to help us to get the apartment, and also other friends that I met from the community were living here, and they helped me. Like we found a Brazilian to help us to find a place to book to like rent an apartment. I think was the worst, more difficult part so far. Since we are in Toronto, Toronto is really multicultural. We can see people from every place you can imagine. So this is an amazing part because we feel good. We are new, but everyone else is new as well. So it's not a problem to me. I think it was the only challenge I faced so far because we are at home. We are working from home for like 5 months, so we are not going outside often, you know. So I think I'm going to face some challenges as soon as this pandemic goes down, and we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
go.
You mentioned something cool there about being oh, go ahead.
Another thing really important, people like call you all the time to scam. Okay, guys, when you come here, don't answer those calls. At the first day, I got a call saying my SIN number was something illegal, and they were asking my SIN number. I was really, really worried. I was about to give my SIN number. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I think I need to solve this problem in person. I went in person there, and people say, okay, we don't call you. Nobody calls you. They're always come. So this is something to really worry about when you land in here. You receive a lot of calls.
Yeah, it's a a funny thing. Little robocalls. Just don't pick
Yes.
up calls with numbers you don't recognize. Easy solution. Amal, yes,
Yes.
for sure. DevOps engineers, the premium training guys. It's for anyone in the tech world who wants to get hired. So it's we help you with your technical English, your interview practice English, your interview English in interviews. So you can be doing DevOps job, or designer job, developer job, QA, data engineer. It doesn't really matter because it's like a lot of it is the behavioral questions, and those are there's a formula or kind of a specific way to answer the most common questions and things like this. So that's Amal. We have a lot of DevOps engineers who've gotten hired. Zayed asks, what about your spouse? Did they get a work permit? So maybe you can talk about moving with your husband.
Yes. Since I came with a work permit, the LMIA, the closed work permit, my spouse came with the open work permit. So he came and he is allowed to work for every company. I can only work for the company that I currently work at. And he got a job, like
Yeah,
he's
he's a
got
designer, right?
diploma. He is a designer, but his passion is animation. And he started a job like a month ago. And you
Cool.
can imagine it's like close to my office.
Oh, that's so nice.
Really, like next to my office. Really, really amazing. I saw some people here saying that, okay, I am designer. I think Van Hack doesn't work for me. I rather say that because the package that Van Hack offers, even though the jobs are more related to a specific area in IT, the extra package like consulting, the English class, everything, I think it works to like all careers inside IT. If you think I need to prepare to an interview, even though the job is not at Van Hack, the preparation will work for other fields as well, I think.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So I was going to ask you something, and now I forget what it was. Oh man. Yeah, I was right before you said about the robocalls. I was going to say something. Oh, the multicultural. Okay, yeah. So one thing about Canada, I guess in general, but more Toronto, like the biggest city, is that it's actually the most multicultural city in the world. I don't think everyone knows this, but Toronto has more than half the people who live in Toronto were born outside of Canada. So it's basically an immigrant city. So what you were saying about everyone being from different places, is the same for Montreal and Vancouver, and to a lesser extent some of the other Canadian cities. But really, Canada is a country of immigrants. I'm an immigrant. I moved here when I was young, so like everyone like kind of is taught even in school from a young age to respect others. And of course, it's not perfect. We definitely have our fair share of negative people or kind of racist people, but I think in general, like, it's a very welcoming culture, and yeah, we try and be open to international folks, just like there's many other countries like this in the world too. But yeah, so Isabella, as a front-end developer, like to get hired, no idea how I can do that. Well, Isabella, first step is to join. You're in the right place. Join vanhack.com. Go to vanhack.com, click on sign up, fill in your profile, verify your English, and apply for jobs. It's really that easy. By the way, anyone here who hasn't done the English verification, make sure you do that, because you're not going to be considered for a job without English verified English. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of questions in this chat.
Yeah, we have about 10 minutes left. Let's just answer people's questions, because like you guys came here and so great, everyone. I'm really enjoying all your questions. So Angel asks, did you demonstrate experience in Python in your interview? Do you see Angel Soto? Cool name. Are you Japanese? It's a cool name.
Okay. What's the question? If
how
I
did you
had
demonstrate your experience in Python that your main skill was Java?
Okay, something when I decided to jump into Python like 2 years ago, I had to insert Python in my daily work. So I started working with Python at Lapisco, the computer vision laboratory that I worked in Brazil. So I started like learning Python, like studying Django and trying to do it professionally in my daily work. So we started like creating projects with this stack, so I can be able to like apply to Python. Of course, I didn't apply to Python related jobs if I didn't have like enough experience that I could feel, okay, I'm ready to apply. And I was still afraid of, but I felt more confident after working more than 1 year with technology.
Awesome. Let's see some other questions here. Eliane is saying pride of the family.
Yes, she's my mom.
Oh my gosh, your mom's on the webinar.
Yes.
I think that's the first. That's the first we've had a family. Well, that's so nice.
Yes, all my family is in this webinar, really.
Oh really? What? So Elaine is your mom. Your mom. Who else is on?
Joshua is my brother. She will probably be the next hired. Joshua is like, he works with React and a lot of amazing stacks. He will probably sign Van Hack soon. Awesome. I have Vader, my friend, Samia.
Half of the webinar is Shara's family and friends. That's so nice. It's a
some people that work with my mother as well. Cynthia. A lot of people.
Cool. Felipe asked a nice question here about Van Hack. I'll quickly answer it. So Van Hack, we're much more of a connector, like a bridge, rather than we don't do contracts with other companies. So most of the time, like 95%. Sometimes we do contracts, but it's only when the company requests. Most of the time, companies want to have people fully in the company. So yeah. Or yes, we do have React Native engineer jobs. Actually, I'm about to post one today. So make sure you send to Van Hack and fill in your profile, and we'll have a React Native position for you today. Okay, cool. How long Van Hack needed before you were hired? I guess how long were you on Van Hack before you were hired? Like it was a year and a half. It wasn't short. Like you need, you took some time, which is totally common. Yeah.
Yes, it's not like there are some cases. There are some success cases. They got hired really fast after like starting at Van Hack. But in my case, I started like 2 years ago with Van Hack.
Cool. Okay. How was your English when you arrived to Canada? Was it hard for the initial months? Did you have any trouble? Like your English is pretty good.
I always I love English since I was a teen. I started like studying English, and I was not confident at the beginning before starting the English classes. So when I started the English class, I remember about like missing vocabulary. I didn't know how to say what I want to say. I faced some challenges at the beginning when I started like joining the English class from Van Heck, but I felt so supportive. Like the other people that were there learning as I was learning and get prepared, they also support each other. So I remember the first day, and Cristiano sent me a private message saying, okay, you were really doing good. Your English is good, keep going. So we kind of support ourselves, and it really depends on you. For example, while I wasn't during the class, for example, I was like cleaning the dishes in the kitchen, or like doing anything. I was like mimic my tell me about yourself. So I was like practicing a lot during my day when I have free time. So it's not only during the interview. You really need to have this in your daily so we can improve your English and try to consume content in English.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Like listen to music, join Van Hack Premium.
Sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Van Hack Premium, let's put that offer there again for anyone who kind of last 5 minutes decides. Yeah, guys, like if you want, really are serious about improving your English, you want to get hired abroad, invest in yourself. It's like, I think the offer is like 30 Canadian dollars a month. It's a 55% discount because it's a 5-year anniversary. So, whoa, 55. Sorry, guys, get some light here. But yeah, it's pretty good deal. And yeah, you can get your money back if you don't like it. So, they're my final little promotion. Okay, cool. So how is the embedded software market? Yeah, it's good, Shatish Kumar. It's very, very good. There's a lot of embedded jobs. How many years of experience need to apply for jobs in that? Mona, I would say like 3 years, more or less, 3 or more. Monica, good. Thank you so much. Please tell all your friends, especially the best developers you know. We're always looking to get more Van Hackers hired. Thank you, Monica, for the kind words. So Vivek, yeah, move it to data science. That's a great idea. I would definitely do that. Martins, she is working for the same company still. Yes. Lucas, I would definitely focus more on front end. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a nice combination, being able to like be a designer and a front end. That's really nice. But I would focus on being a front end. That's much more in demand. Because there's a lot companies have like 4 front end developers and they'll have 1 designer, so there's more jobs for front end developers. Okay, I'm just gonna move out of the light here. Yeah, Bukla, look forward to having you here on this webinar in the next few months after you get hired. So glad you liked the session. Any other questions, guys? How long does she have to stay with the company she mentioned? Oh yeah, Ibrahim asks, like, is there like I guess you don't really have to stay with the company for any amount of time. Like you can leave if you don't like it. It's just the work permit is a 2-year work permit. But you can apply for your permanent residency now, right? Have you thought about that? Like your visa, your Canadian PR?
Sure. Before we moved, I searched more about the immigration process and how we could like stay here after the work permit, because my work permit is valid 2 years. So after 1 year, we can apply to the Canadian Experience class and like apply to the permanent resident, and we can like be okay to live here and not strictly I need to work to a specific company as my current status is. So there are a lot of opportunities in Canada. Canada is like they want immigrants, so they have a lot of process to like move to here.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, any chance back end like DBA? Thanks, Mona. Less than 2 years experience. I mean, guys, if you don't have the experience like needed, you can always apply and see what happens. You probably won't get it because companies are looking for senior positions. Think about it this way, like companies are trying. The companies first, they want to hire someone locally because that's the easiest way. But typically, there's not that many senior developers. Sorry, guys, I'm going to move my. yeah, a little bit. The light here is difficult in the mornings. So yeah, so companies they're gonna want to hire people who are more senior because like they're putting in a little bit more investment of um, you know doing the visa and waiting a little bit longer for you to relocate. So it's typically more experienced jobs. Shatish Kumar, do you have any promo code for premium? Yes, we are having a premium offer right now. It should be, I don't know, somewhere. We have 3 hours actually. You only have 3 hours left to join. Expires at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Somewhere here, there should be a button and saying, become a Van Hack Premium member now, somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure where. I think over here. Raphael.
And guys,
Sure.
Everyone that are like sending questions in the chat, feel free to add me at LinkedIn and send me questions as well, because I'm really happy to help. So you are free to send me in case we did not answer all of them during the webinar.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You want to put your LinkedIn in the chat, Shara?
Sure. Just a second.
Cool. There's an offers tab. So go to the offers tab and click there, and you'll go right to the, or also just go to vanhack.com/premium. Yeah, JavaScript is definitely better than .NET, Ibrahim. We work with designers. We don't have that many designer positions, but we do work with designers. Raphael, you don't need to learn French.
No.
Leandro, postgraduate, don't have much experience. I mean, the only real tip I have for you is get more experience. Do a lot of side projects. Will Abuli, yes, we have many Van Hackers from Nigeria hired. Actually, it's our second or third largest country of Van Hackers hired. So we love developers from Nigeria, and we have many who've gotten hired before. Cool. Okay, I realize we're over time here, and Shara probably has to get back to work. Shara, any final thoughts or questions about your experience?
I want to like send all my tips, everything together and put inside of each one's head that is in this webinar, but unfortunately I can't do this. But what I would say, if you are you aim at like getting a job abroad and you have this as a focus because you need to be as a focus and have some compromise with this plan. I think you should and you must like try to see more about Van Hack, and for sure sign the premium and get ready and prepared. Have this like a plan in your life. If this is something that you are willing to do, you really need to like give some attention to it and get ready and be resilient. It's not going to be, it can be like the first trial, we can get your yes, but you have to have your mindset that it probably cannot be the first one, and you need to be okay with this and keep preparing, keep hacking, and you will sure find your job. Just one question that I would like to answer here, because of this change from Java to Python, and I have more experience with Java and Python, less experience. I think something that we need to do is let the company like see our curriculum. They will see if we are a good match. So even though I don't have much experience with Python, I have a lot of experience with other languages and with software development. And this thing doesn't change. We have new stacks, and you can like learn new stacks, and you don't need to have like 10 years working on a specific stack. We can like have the software development experience and start learning new things. And companies love that you are like open to learn new stack. And so I think it's not a problem as soon as you get some experience with this. So it's not a problem. If you are planning to change stack, it's not a problem, I think, because you have the whole background in your mind. No matter the stack or language, you already have the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I think it's the sign premium Van Hack. And girls, women, tell your woman friends, sign to the virtual recruiting mission September, please.
Thanks, Shara. I really appreciate you sharing your experience and being so open with everyone. Everyone on this webinar, thank you for taking your time. I hope we answer your questions. If you have any other questions, join the VanHack Slack group. Ask questions there. We're there chatting every day, posting jobs every day. We'll probably post 3 or 4 jobs today. We have over 100 jobs on the VanHack platform. We had a Van Hacker hired during this webinar, actually. I think he's from Colombia. So yeah, the Van Hackers are getting hired all the time. And
Yes.
yeah, if you have any other, anything else you need, we're here for you. And exactly what Shara said, tell your friends. And yeah, we'll see you on the next webinar. Actually, we have another last thing I'll say, we have another webinar with another amazing woman who got hired from India, Sakshi. So you guys can sign up to that right here. It'll be in August 6th, which I think is next week, August 5th. So literally a week from today, we'll be having another webinar. So yeah, see you guys next week on that webinar. And Shara, enjoy Toronto and enjoy your new life. And we'll talk soon.
Yes. Thank you so much for the opportunity and help, Ilya. I love being part of this community. Bye.
Bye, everyone.